हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। गंगाधरा शिव गंगाधराय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। रामेश्वराय शिव रामेश्वराय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। रामेश्वराय शिव रामेश्वराय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। गंगाधरा शिव गंगाधराय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। गंगाधरा शिव गंगाधराय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। जटाधराय शिव जटाधराय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय।
जटाधराय शिव जटाधराय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय।
जटाधराय शिव जटाधराय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय।
जटाधराय शिव जटाधराय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय।
ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। सोमेश्वराय शिव सोमेश्वराय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। सोमेश्वराय शिव सोमेश्वराय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। विश्वेश्वराय शिव विश्वेश्वराय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय। विश्वेश्वराय शिव विश्वेश्वराय, हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय।
ओम करकलितपाल कुंडले दंडबाणी तरुणतिरमिवील व्यालयज्ञोपवीमि तृतीय समरिय विघ्न विद्यहेतो जयदवदगनादः सिद्धिसाधकानाः। ओम अनंताय नमः, ओम धर्माय नमः, ओम ज्ञानाय नमः, ओम वैराग्याय नमः, ओम ऐश्वर्याय नमः, ओम भस्माय नमः, ओम महाभस्माय नमः, ओम हरिश्चंद्राय नमः, ओम हरिश्चंद्रमूर्तये नमः, ओम हरिश्चंद्रसनाय नमः, ओम हरिश्चंद्रदेवताय नमः। नानाविध परिमल मंत्र पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि। नारिकेला आदाय वनशरीरसोत्पन्नो गन्धाद्योतुपमुच्यमाः आग्रिकसर्वदेवानां धूपो यपरगृह्यताहं धूपाग्रापयामि राजन्विराजाय प्रसक्यसाधने नमो वै समनाय कुर्महे समेर कामान् कामकामाय मोक्षः कामे द्रोहि समनोदरादु वेराज वै समनादं आदाशिनान्यनमाभावाद्यन्य आञ्चमनिन्तर्वासकनारात्मी सचेतः हरिश्चन्द्रदेवताक्षणमस्तव्यम् You're going to use it to go inside, right? So, all the ball bearers come at one time.
Three this side, there's another one, another two here.
If there's more people there, give you those.
One, two, another one more.
Wait.
They can carry.
That one box I want as well.
Sorry?
That one box.
Yes.
They can carry it, or you can roll it.
It's very heavy.
Okay, now
Very
they roll it.
very heavy. You should.
हरि ओम प्रत्यास्मि नमसुमः सत्यामित्रं देवमित्रदे अन्नस्नो अनुराधं कविशन्ति यन्दः सुजीवेम सरदस्समीरा शिवादनय वरिष्ठं सर्वा कल्याणमूर्ति परसा कमलस्ता
पुरुषाकारं गजागन्नं गजाधरं महोत्तरं मृगत्कायम् एकतन्त्रं त्रिलोचनं रौद्रनेत्रं त्रुलम्बोष्टं नागीयज्ञोपवीतिनं करण्डमुकुटो भेदा सर्वाभरणाभूषितं चतुर्दो दण्डसंयुक्तं दक्षिणे कुसदन्द्रदगे पासञ्जलड्डु गञ्जेव पामबाकेतुधारिणं करस्ताः लड्डुर्गैलेव गजागस्तार्यसंयुतम् एतद्घनीशारूपं तु ध्यात्वा मन्त्रातृविन्यसे हर हर नमः पार्वतीपतये हर हर महादेवा तिन्नादुरे शिवने पोற்றி नाथवर्गம் இரவாய் போற்றி அருட்பரம் ஜோதி அருட்பரம் ஜோதி அருட்பரம் ஜோதி அருட்பரம் ஜோதி தனி பெரும் கருணை அருட்பரம் ஜோதி தனி பெரும் கருணை ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். எல்லோருக்கும் அன்புள்ள வணக்கம். My humble greetings to one and all. I'm Guru Sri Karan from the Sivavaliyam of Rylands. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all here to pay our last respects to our late dead, we are going to open the box and you all can come and view, pay your last respects. Thereafter we will have some tributes that will be given, and then we will do the last rites and the Shanti Puja. Nandri Vanakkam.
Sit around 11:20, 11:30. Hi, you're welcome to come up and pay your last respects to my dad, if you so wish. Yep. Okay. Okay, perfect. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். முன்னவனே யானே முகத்தவனே முத்தி நலம் சொன்னவனே
பெத்தவனே மன்னவனே செற்பரனே ஐங்கரனே செஞ்சதையன் சேகரனே நீதான் சரண் வாக்குண்டாம் நலமனமுண்டாம் மாமலரான் நோக்குண்டாம் மேனி நுதன்காத பூகுண்ட துபாதிருமேனி தும்பிகையன்பாத தபாமில் சர்வாத்தமக்க ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். விகடாம் விகடோத்கரதண்டி முகாம் புஜகேந்திர சுசர்பகதாபரணம் கஜ நில கஜேந்திர கணாதிபதி பிரணதோஸ்மி விநாயக ஹஸ்தி முகம் சுர சுர கணபதி சுந்தர கேஷம் ரிஷி ரிஷி கணபதி யஜ்ஞ சமான பவ பவ கணபதி பத்ம சரீரா ஜய ஜய கணபதி திவ்ய நமஸ்தே அவது கணபதி சரண உபமம் அமர கணபதி வந்தித விஜித தினகர கிரின விகசித தருண சததலஹனந்தன ஸ்மரணவ ஜகஜ சரணம சரணம் அகிலித சுத சங்கடித தத அகில திதி சுத சங்கடே गजमुखवक्त्रं गिरिगापुत्रं गणकुलमित्रं गणपतिमिषाप्रियं करतुतपरसं गङ्गनपाणिं कवलितपद्मरुचः सुरजितवन्द्यं सुरनरनित्यं सुरतितमगमगतां प्रणमददेवं प्रगतिदतालं षड्गिरितालमिदम् लंबोदरवर सुंदर सुरकृति कुंकुमवर्तरनां स्वेदाश्रृंगं मोदकनस्तं प्रीति च परसबलं नयन त्रियवर नागविभूषित नानान्वितफलतां तवलित चलधर तवलित चंद्रं फणिमग किरण विभूषित कट्क तनुधनु विषहर शूलकपालं हर हर शिव सुधा गणपति अभयं ஏறுமயில் ஏறி விளையாட முகம் ஒன்றே ஆட முகம் ஒன்றே ஈசருடன் ஞான மொழி பேச முகம் ஒன்றே ஏறுமயில் ஏறி விளையாட முகம் ஒன்றே ஈசருடன் ஞான மொழி பேச முகம் ஒன்றே குருமதியாக வினத்திக்க முகம் ஒன்றே குன்றுருவாவே வாங்கி நின்ற முகம் ஒன்றே மாதபத சூரை வைவை தீர்த்த முகம் ஒன்றே வடியாமணா புனார வந்த முகம் ஒன்று ஆறுமுக ஆன பொருள் நீ அருணா வேந்த ஆதி அருணா ஜலம் அமிர்தா பெருமானே. ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். ஊலகலாம் முனிந்த ஊதி குவாரியவர் நீல உலாழ்வியர் நேர்மாணிவேணியர் ஊலகலாம் முனிந்த ஊதி குவாரியவர் நீல உலாழ்வியர் நேர்மாணிவேணியர் ஆலகு சோதியர் அமர்த்தலாடுவாய் மால சிலம்படே வாணிவலண்டோ மால சிலம்படே வாணிவலண்டோ. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.
Thank you so much, Guru. A warm welcome and thank you to all of you for being here today as we celebrate the life of our dad, Gonnie Moodley. Your presence here, as well as online, speaks volumes for how you felt about Dad, and we want to thank you so much for helping us celebrate his life. And what a life. Now that we're done with the prayers and viewing, as guests come in, they're welcome to pay their respects. But in the interim, we wanted to celebrate Dad's life by telling you a bit more about him. I myself have learned so much about my father in this short period of time, and so has everyone in our family. When we sent out word of his passing, we literally received thousands of messages, and it had the same common threads to it. He was more than just our dad. He was a friend, he was a mentor, and quite simply, he was one of the kindest souls to ever walk this earth. The man never met a stray animal that he did not bring home. Stray animals were never just strays to him. They were always potential family members deserving of warmth and care. Today, his youngest grandchild, Natara, is studying to be a vet, and clearly she shares the very same passion. So right now, I would like to call her up to say a few words about her grandfather. Natara?
Doesn't feel real to be standing here giving a
So Tari wants to say that she still cannot believe that she's standing here giving her speech at her grandfather's funeral. I'm just going to read it in Natara's words.
Okay, let me try to say it.
Okay.
Can you stand with me? I still can't believe that I'm standing here.
It's okay. Just relax.
Giving a speech at my grandfather's funeral. Papa was a friend before my grandfather. I saw him almost every day of my life until university. All my friends know of my granddad because I spoke so proudly of him. It breaks my heart that now when I speak about Papu, it'll be in the past tense. I'm not sure how I'll ever get used to that. Papa was a second dad to me. In the hospital, in his final moments, I was the only person he would respond to. It's because he knew I wouldn't stop calling him until he answered. I don't know how I'm supposed to move forward without him answering my nagging. My granddad is the reason I am who I am today. Let me just get a second. He gave me my first dog, Missy, when I was 3 years old. Through him, I fell in love with her and then all animals after. He taught me how to care for these souls who couldn't care for themselves. And I don't know what I was saying there. And it's the reason I'm becoming a veterinarian. Papa was so proud. Education was more important than anything to him. I overheard him telling countless people the same line, even though I told him not to. My granddaughter is studying to become a vet. She wants to help animals. this isn't supposed to be happening today. Because he said that he would wait for me to graduate. And this degree is so long that he didn't get the chance to. He couldn't wait for me to graduate. Papu never left a stray animal unattended, and that's where I learned my habit from, of bringing all the stray animals home. Papu would never fail to help an animal or person in need. Although he liked to seem tough, he had the kindest, most gentle and compassionate heart. I never doubted for a second how much Papu loved me. He doted on me more than anyone ever could. He would give me or any of us, the grandkids, anything we asked for, immediately, no matter what he was doing. If anyone in the family ever needed anything, we would ask. We always knew we could rely on Papu no matter what the situation was. So I don't know how we're gonna go forward without voting Papu for something at least once in the day. When I was a little kid, Papu would pick me up from preschool and take me to Dad's pharmacy. He would always speak about this. He couldn't take me straight there. He had to stop along the way to buy me sweets and chocolates and show me the goats that ran around in Wirebank. And when I was 4 years old, there was an armed robbery in the pharmacy. Papu grabbed me and covered me with his body, making himself a human shield to protect me. He suffered a blow to the head with a gun because of it. Although it was a terrifying situation, I was not scared. I knew I was safe in the arms of my grandfather. I'm the youngest by many years in our family, so the adults would often speak in code, so I couldn't understand. So I would always run straight to Papu to ask him what they were saying, and he would always tell me, no matter how R-rated it was. Papu could never lie to me. He was my partner in crime. I could do no wrong in his eyes. I remember all the times I knocked the cars when I was learning to drive. I would be scared of what Dad would say, and Papu would always tell me, don't worry about it, Papu will sort it out. He was always on my side. Even when Dad and I fought, he would keep quiet and gently tell me to listen to my father, even if he was wrong. But of course, I never did. Papu loved his cats and dogs. During the final days, we asked him who his favorite grandkid was, and he said Flicker. Although, he was just trying to be fair. He didn't want to say me in front of you guys. But even in his semi-comatose state, he was stressed about our pets being fed. They feel his loss immensely and grieve for him as much as we do. Papa was so proud of his grandchildren. He'd always say that his granddaughter's in China to every random person that walked on the road that was his friend, because Papa was friends with everyone that he met. He would say, my grandson's in Joburg now. He was so proud of us. His grandkids really were his life. And I think that he's really happy that we're all together again. I can't believe how quickly Papa was taken from me. I just got home from Pretoria, and I had so many stories about clinics and crazy adventures I'd had with my friends these past 3 months. He didn't even give me time to tell them to him. I loved talking his ear off. I never thought our chats would be cut this short. He was looking forward to spending Christmas with Vash. He missed her so much. And at least we got to see him before the end. Oh God, what I would give to have one more conversation with him, to tell him at least one crazy story about delusional pet owners, or for him to sneakily give me money every single time I left home to go back to Pretoria. And I would come home a lot, so he would always give me money. Or just to sit and have lunch with him, to call Papu and hear, "Yes, baby." My grandfather loved life so much. That's why we are all shocked he's gone. It wasn't supposed to happen like this, and it wasn't supposed to happen this soon. I don't know how I'll ever make peace with you leaving me, Papu. I never could picture a life without you in it. I don't know how I'm supposed to come back from Pretoria and not have you welcome me back home. You were so happy that I got placed in Cape Town for my community service here. You told me finally you'll be back home for good. I never imagined you wouldn't be here for it. It seems like suddenly life has lost all meaning and everything is different now. So Papu, I will forever cherish the memories of a life that's been loved. A heart that's broken is a heart that's been loved. A life with love is a life that's been lived. I'll miss you for the rest of my life, Papu. I don't know how I'm gonna walk into T's house and not have you there to say hello, or tell me to clean the car after I take Flicker to the beach, or ask me if I fed the dogs, or scream at me for letting Saba out of the house. We're all gonna miss you, and I don't fill that void. I love you forever.
Thank you, Natara. That was beautiful, and it is so difficult to be standing up here today. I agree. And none of us thought that this would happen so soon. Dad was the kindest soul we know, positivity. He spoke with kindness, never an ugly word, never ever, to any of us. He acted with kindness, never turning anyone away, never being in judgment of anyone. He taught us to live life with love and purpose. And nobody epitomizes this more than his best buddy, his best friend, his son, Gonnie Moodley. And I'd like to call my brother up right now to say a couple of words to help you get to know Dad a bit more. Gonnie?
Hello everybody. I'd like to thank you all for attending, and for those people that are on the link. Standing here, I feel an overwhelmed mix of emotions: sadness, gratitude, and love. Sadness because of the loss of my dear dad. Gratitude for the time we were blessed to share with Dad. Love, because that's what he left us with. So much love. My dad was more than a father. He was my guide, my protector, my role model, and my best friend. I could tell Dad all my problems. And later on in life, I kept things from him. Because if I was not happy, he was not happy. Dad, you taught me the importance of kindness, hard work, and perseverance. And hard work was something that he instilled in me. There was nothing that we couldn't do. Growing up, we did everything. Plumber, electrician, mechanic, painter, builder. And so we had to do the same thing. And that's what I learned as well. We had to clean the house. there was nothing that we couldn't do or shouldn't do, or we needed to do everything. And he taught us that that was the importance of life. To enjoy what you're doing, because when you finish building something that you are going to be using, you feel the joy of it. Every time you see it, you feel important, that you did something that was useful. And I used to fight a lot with the girls growing up. And he would tell me, that's not a manly thing to do. You need to protect your sisters no matter what. Dad, you touched so many lives. The calls from Y-Bank, where I had my previous pharmacy, are endless. People are telling me about what experiences they had with Dad and the impact he had on their lives. He was always there, smiling, willing to help, just talking generally. He loved to talk to people. And he seemed to have made such an impact on people's lives. The friends are so grateful for having had him in their lives. Dad, your sense of humor, he had such a witty sense of humor. He was so quick with anything. And that's what people enjoyed about him. He wasn't a formal person. He could change so quickly and say something that made you laugh. He was always kind and had a constant smile. Lots of people say, but how old was your dad? He was 82 years old. But he was such a fit 82-year-old, mentally and physically. He wasn't sick. And he was always active, always willing to help me. If there was something I needed, he would be there. And he was so excited that he was now walking on the beach. And he said he's now going to put his shorts on because of summer. You were not just a parent, grandparent, or friend, but a mentor. Someone who we could lean on during difficult times. And he was a father figure to all of us, to all of us in our family. Dad, your wisdom, humor, strength will forever echo in our hearts. Your love and dedication to your grandchildren knew no bounds. Papu was their hero. My father was known as Papu to the grandchildren, because when Rasigan, his grandson, was born, he started calling him Papu. And when Rasigan could say the first few words that he started calling my father Papu. And that's how he got that name, Papu. I was always amazed at how talented and intelligent you were, and how tolerant you were as well. He wasn't that tolerant when we were growing up to Natara's continuous calling for a Papu. He would always answer her and attend no matter what the problem was. Dad, you helped me so much. I cannot describe my gratitude to you. I remember when I first went to Rhodes, it was the first time we left home. And I phoned him after a month and I said, Dad, I can't do this anymore. I have to come back home. He said, no, my boy, you made a choice. You now have to do what you chose. You have the ability, you have our support, you must fulfill what you decided that you were going to do. It will get easier as time goes on, and it did. Dad, thank you for everything, for your love, your lessons, and your unwavering belief in me. From Tintara, Rosalind, and I cannot thank you more for being there for us whenever we needed you. Thanks, Dad.
Thank you, Kuben. I clearly remember Dad also asking Anna to protect his sisters, and I'm so glad he decided to listen from the ages of 45 to right now. So through your thousands of messages, we're also learning about my dad's boundless and limitless capacity to love. As you've heard from Kuben, he always knew, and we always knew and felt this within our family, but we never quite realized the depth of his selflessness. Dad kept in contact and shared his life with, and stood by everyone he knew throughout his lifetime, and I am being very literal. We are captivated today by the fact that he never let those bonds weaken. He stayed connected with his siblings, his uncles, his aunts, cousins, in-laws, and many, many more people. Here's a tribute from Dad's family. This tribute was sent by his cousin, Sandra Govender. Om Namah Shivaya. On behalf of the KN Moodley, KS Moodley, KM Moodley, and KP Moodley families, we extend our heartfelt condolences to the family of our dearest Gonnie Moodley, who many of us fondly called Anna. He was not just a cousin to us, but a brother to all in the family. His pleasant smile and caring nature made everyone around him feel loved. He cared deeply not only for his immediate family, but showed the same love and affection to all his uncles, aunts, and cousins. Growing up in a joint family home gave us the privilege of many, many memories of days filled with laughter, playfulness, and some very, very healthy competition. This remains etched in all of our minds and created a lifelong bond that neither age nor distance could break. We feel very disheartened not to be able to be there today for his final goodbye. However, we take solace in knowing that he will be our guiding light to all of us. Anna, we take this opportunity to thank you for sharing so unselfishly your unconditional love that you showered to all in the family, especially your uncles, who you always made time for. We pray that your Atma attains moksha at the feet of Namah Shivaya. We will all miss you tremendously, but hope you know how much we love you. To your family, we know that no words can take away your pain. You know you have his memories, and those will live on eternally. His legacy continues through all of you. Sending you all love and strength through this difficult time. Atma Shanti. Dad also did not let his personal relationships, those bonds, weaken, his friendships. He did not let them weaken, and here's a tribute from Pushpa Moodley, who's formerly from Shalcross and one of the founders of the Heidi Nursery School. Pushpa Moodley is also the wife of the late Bob Moodley, and they were friends with Dad. Friends, coincidentally, whose family I also married into, not knowing the deep history at the time I met their son, Kevin. And so she says, I have known Gonnie since the early 60s when Bob and I, with our families, moved into Shalcross. Gonnie hails from the humble Moodley family. He dedicated most of his time to sports, especially soccer, at an early age. We were friends then until our children decided to get married. Now we are dear family. I know Gonnie has a humble soul, always, ready to help and give advice when I needed. I recall the wonderful special days we shared together, the Christmas lunches, day trips, and picnics to the beach, and of course my favorite place, the Makaranga Nature Reserve. It was Gonnie who introduced us to this place. Yes, we do share some wonderful memories, and Gonnie made sure it was memorable. I will miss his calls, his weekly calls, inquiring about my health, always advising me how to cope after I was out of hospital. Go well, my friend, my brother, we all miss you. May your soul attain moksha. Like Kuben said earlier, the dad I knew was hardworking. He was the hardest working person I knew. There was nothing he could not fix. Everything he did without hesitation to ensure we were all provided for. While he worked hard, though, he always made time to be present. I recall countless board games like Monopoly, card games in which he would cheat, speak to anyone in my family, races on the beach, and very, very animated soccer matches on TV. Yet, outside of the family, Dad had a deep, deep, deep passion for soccer. He never let this passion weaken either. In his early days, actually, he played soccer and became chairperson of the Glenridge Blues Soccer Club in the 1970s. Here's a tribute, and Dad never lost contact with the club through all these years. Here's a tribute from the Glenridge Blues Football Club sent by Nelson Govender. And if Nelson was here, I know he would be reading this out to you himself, but I have the honor of delivering his address to you. He titled it Tribute to the late Mr. Gonnie Moodley, first chairman of the Glenridge Blues Soccer Club, Football Club. The sudden passing of Gonnie has been met with much sadness and grief amongst all in the Glenridge Blues family. Whilst we are unable to be there in person, on behalf of all the Glenridge Blues community, we are grateful for the opportunity to mark and honor the life of the first chairman of the Glenridge Blues Football Club. For those of you who may not be aware, Gonnie, alongside a few soccer enthusiasts, embarked on the formation of a football club in 1970. Now, to mark this was the year before I was born. Gonnie, Dick Pillay, they were soon joined by James and Daddy Nika of the former Pinetown Blues fame. Gonnie, alongside these friends and brothers, led the formation of what became known as the Glenridge Blues Football Club. And for those of you that have seen the slideshows, you would see the guys all getting together and having a good old time. It looked like such fun. From its early beginnings, Glenridge Blues went on to rapidly become a household name with a large vocal and passionate following. Every Sunday felt like a derby when the Glenridge Blues Football Club played, and all of Shallcross turned out to support the boys. These were some of the best times, with the community coming together, and Gonnie was at the center of it. Led by Gonnie as chairman, with his management team comprising Dick Pillay, delegate, Steve Pillay, record clerk, James Nika, trainer, Daddy Nika, treasurer, and Nelson Govender, secretary, Glenridge Blues achieved outstanding success in its very first season in 1971. The seniors went on to be crowned winners of the league and knockout cups. The juniors were also the undefeated league champions in the same season. Gonnie was instrumental in taking the club to great heights. Prior to securing any sponsorship, Gonnie, as well as James and Daddy Nika, helped fund soccer kits for the players. With modest incomes themselves, they paid out of their own pockets to get the teams going. Gonnie continued to be part of the Glenridge Blues family even during retirement, and always provided leadership, guidance, and support to everyone. To his wife Gerla, his children Magesh, Kuben, Divi, and Thiru, and their spouses, his grandchildren, as well as his siblings, the past and present members of the Glenridge Blues Football Club, convey their sincere condolences to you all. We pray the Almighty grants you strength and fortitude to bear during this immense loss. I also have a tribute from our cousins, Puvi Odean and Saliaka, Kogiaka, and their families. To our dearest Jia, Magesh, Kuben, Divi, Thiru, and families, our love, thoughts, and prayers are with you during this very sad time. May you find peace in the cherished memories of your beloved dad. Our precious Gonniapa, Tata, will always be fondly remembered for his kindness, willingness to help, motivation, inspiration, and his jovial personality. That's from Kogi, Puvi, Sally, and families. We fondly knew and called our dear uncle Gonniapa, also Gonniaps, as some referred to him. Gonniaps was a man who always put family first. He treated us as an extension of his family. Always so accommodating and loving when we took turns to stay over during the school holidays. It was like our home away from home. When Gonnie Appa bought his Datsun Bucky, one of the first things he did was pick up our family so all of us could go to the beach together. It was one of the most awesome days at the beach, followed by many memorable Sunday outings. He used to really look forward to those weekends, initially at Isipingo Beach and later at Beachwood. Earlier this year, when I was offered a severance package, I had mixed emotions about leaving a company that I really loved working for. One of my first calls was to Gonnie Appa when I explained my work situation and the reason I was considering it. Without hesitation, he said, "Yes, you are going to do the correct thing in deciding to leave." I have not looked back since. And those are from Puvi Ode and our cousin. That's how fortunate our family has been in having a father figure like Gonnie Appa in supporting us and always so willing to advise and help. I am going to miss those calls to him. When I spoke to him last week, little did I know that it would be our last conversation. I told him to rest, and I will call him again soon. We are going to really miss you, Gonnie Appa. Rest in peace. I think, we've come to the end of the celebration of life. If anyone would like to say something, please do come up. We will be serving refreshments down the hall. If you go through these doors, it's the first door on your right. So please help yourself to any cool drinks and refreshments that are out there. And then, today, just wanted to say, as we say farewell, let us honor my dad by continuing to be generous with our hearts, by loving fiercely, acting with kindness, living with purpose, and never losing touch with the ones we hold dear. Dad, you are our rock, our hero, and the heart of our family. Thank you for teaching us about life by just being you. We love you. Rest in peace. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. The family will now conduct the last rites at the crematorium. And if anybody would like to pay the last respects that came in while we were all talking, please feel free to do so. Okay?
But can I have the immediate family around the box? Is there any body that never viewed or paid their last respects? You all can come before we do the Shanti part. Okay. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः सन्नो मित्र संवरुणः सन्नो भगवत्वर्यमा सन्न इंद्रो बृहस्पतिः सन्न विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते भायो त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मवादिशं मृदमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामवीत तत्पुत्तरमवीत आमीन् मामामीन् भक्तनोः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सहनौ भवतु सहनौ पुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनातमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः नमो वाजयचोदिताय चानुदितादस्ये वाजे नमो नमो वाजे नमो वाजस्पतये नमः ऋषिभ्यो मन्त्रगतिभ्यो मन्त्रपतिभ्यो मामामृषियो मन्त्रगतो मन्त्रपते परादं वैश्वदेवी वाजमुत्यासगं शिवमदस्रुं जिष्ठां देवीभ्यो शर्ममेभ्यो शर्मा पृथिवी शर्मा विश्वजगदे शर्मा चन्द्रस्य सूर्यश्च शर्मा ब्रह्मा प्रजापति बोधं वदिष्ये भुवनं वदिष्ये तेजो वदिष्ये यशो वदिष्ये तपो वदिष्ये ब्रह्मा वदिष्ये तस्मा अगमिता मुपस्तरन उपस्तरन उपस्तरन मे प्रजाये पशूना भूयातो प्राणापौनो मृत्यो मा पात प्राणापौनो मा माहिष्टा मधु मनिष्ये मधु जनिष्ये मधु वक्ष्यामि मधुवतिष्यामि मधुमतेः देवीभ्यो वाजमुत्यासगं शुश्रूषेण्याः मनुष्येभ्यस्तन्मा देव अवन्तु सौभाये पितरोण्डु मदन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः तच्छन्यो रावणीमहे गातुर्यज्ञाय गातुर्यज्ञपदे तैरी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जगत्तु भेषजं सन्नो अष्टद्विपदेः सञ्चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ द्यो शान्ति अन्तरिक्षगुं शान्ति पृथ्वी शान्ति आपा शान्ति औषधीय शान्ति वनस्पति शान्ति विश्वदेव शान्ति ब्रह्मा शान्ति सर्वं शान्ति रेव शान्ति श्याम शान्ति ॐ शान्ति 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 ॐ peace in the sky, peace in the space, between the skies and the earth. Peace in the earth, peace in the water, peace in the plants, peace in the trees, peace in the gods, presiding over the various elements of nature. Peace in Brahma, absolutely consciousness. Peace in the presiding every way. Peace alone, peace is outside. Peace within the inside. May you be established in that peace and make your life fulfilled. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Asato Ma Satgamiya Tamaso Mahajyoti Gamiya Mrityo Ma Amritangamiya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Namah Parvati Pataye. Hara Hara Mahadeva. Kenagri Sivane Mochi. Nathavarka Mirabai Sochi. Om Shanti. 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 Sri Gurubhyo Namah. Once again, my humble welcomes. The family have prepared some beverages for you. You can partake. We are going now to do the cremation and the last puja that is going to be in the bottom. I think it's only going to be the immediate families that's going to be attended. So ladies and gentlemen, please accept the snack that the family has provided for you. It is on my left and your first right. There is a dining room there that you can go and have yourself nothing. Updates with the puja that's coming up 15-16 days, the family will advise accordingly. Amitabh.